Hi everyone, today is August 16, 2022. It is 1:30 p.m. and 22 degrees Celsius. We started this walk at the Rod Robbie Bridge that leads directly to the entrance of the CN Tower, the Rogers Center, and the Ripley's Aquarium of Canada. We are now here at John Street and Front Street. There's a Boston Pizza at the corner there. And we're now walking east on Front Street. And here's an ice cream truck. This here at 277, I believe, is the Oracle office building. And I say that only because before filming this video, I saw the Oracle sign on top of that building. So I'm assuming that they own that building or are a major tenant there. Here's Don Juan's, lovers of good food. Of course, this is the City Sightseeing Tour Bus, and they're taking a break here at their Front Street stop. Here's the CBC Radio Canada building. And the CBC stands for the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. When I did the City Sightseeing Tour Bus ride myself, they told us that these red plus signs are made of rubber on the building. And this is the Metro Toronto Convention Center. This is the main entrance here. So this is where they would have the car show. And they've got seats in there and some tables. One can take a break, have a seat, maybe have a meal, get the chance to call a friend for a brief conversation before heading back to work or one's day. It says, "We are proud to be a good neighbor. We advocate for the advancement of women in business through our commitment to Catalyst Canada. Every year, Metro Toronto Convention Center employees are granted a volunteer day to support local charities and give back to our community." That's very cool. "We support local arts and academic institutions like OCAD to help foster creativity in our community. We've donated 340,000 meals and counting to food rescue organizations in Toronto." Wow, that is 1 million meals. More than halfway there. I really support that kind of work and giving back and helping the most vulnerable people in our society. Here it says we take steps to reduce our footprint. We have a 7-acre beautiful green roof and operate our own rooftop beehives. That's pretty cool. We divert 90% of all event waste from a landfill. We are the first in Toronto to use N-Wave Energy's sustainable deep lake water cooling. Very cool. We are the first in Canada to host events powered by renewable energy. We go green. That all sounds amazing. It seems like they're doing a lot to demonstrate their commitment and leadership in sustainability and going green and this transition towards a more sustainable way of doing things. Here's the Intercontinental Hotel, and inside is the Azure restaurant and bar, which is right here on this side. And you can see their sign here, the Azure restaurant and bar. Their sign is kind of like a mirror, so one can, hey, hi, see oneself in the mirror. Here's a very interesting building design here. Wow, look at that. This is super cool. Very unique. We're now here at Front Street and Simcoe Street. To the south we have Lower Simcoe Street. And to the north we have a lot of construction work going on. I can't wait to see what this place is going to look like after all the construction's done. But it looks like it's going to be very nice. It says that this building is going to be a new home for TD Bank and Ontario Teachers Pension Plan. And here's another look from this side here. Here's a look up. Looks like they're coming along very well. It's got this cool line that cuts through this side of the building. It's very amazing. And so that's what a concept picture looks like. Let me zoom in here. That's what the building is going to look like once it's finished. And this bus just covered the concept photo. Here's a Taste of Toronto food truck. There's Jack Astor's and the Loose Moose. That area where the location I should say where you find the Loose Moose now used to be a place called Canyon Creek, and it was a very interesting restaurant. Here's a pretty cool building. Where the glass is tinted green. But yeah, the restaurant Canyon Creek had some very nice I think it was like some sort of a honey butter or a whipped butter that they would serve before bringing your food. And so that was really delicious. Here's a look north on University Avenue. There's a lot of cars traveling southbound. A lot of traffic going south. Here's a Mexican Chipotle grill. Looks like it's very packed and busy in there. And of course, this is the Citigroup Place building. Let's take a look up. This is a pretty cool building. There's 2 bike shares there with lots of bikes available. This is very close to Union Station. And here's this green window tinted, or I should say green tinted windows building. And there's the Fairmont Royal York Hotel. And I believe that's the building, or that's the hotel that where the royal family stays at whenever they're in town. Here's Kelly's Landing, and looks like their patio is pretty busy today. And here's a cool artwork. I should be able to find some information about this work of art here that I can put up for you guys. There's another look. It looks like 3 individual strands of this metal structure intertwining and twisting at that particular point there in the middle. Really stands out here in the area. There's the Telus building and the PwC, Price Waterhouse Cooper, I believe, building. Here's Union Station, of course. Here's a unique mural that we have just spotted here on the traffic control box. There's many of these murals on various traffic control boxes scattered around the city. And I think that there's a website where one can go and request permission to put some art on one of these traffic control boxes that does not have art on it yet. Here's Union Station. The writing up there says Railway Offices. I'm going to guess that that's where they may have had their offices that were for the railways. Let's look at the front of the Royal York Hotel. This is a very beautiful building, very massive. It's got a lot of presence. Let me straighten or recenter my camera, and my camera is just flipped around, and here we go. Yeah, this building has a lot of presence here. It is a very grand, beautiful building. There's the L Tower in the distance there. There's that, it's a condominium. Here's the front entrance of the Union Station building. There's the CN Tower. Here's Union Summer. And this is an area outside of Union Subway Station where there's a lot of different vendors offering food, snacks, drinks. A lot of different cool stuff in there. A lot of yummy food to try. There's Gus Tacos, there's Mikey's Smash Burgers and Suvla. Some nice chairs and couches here. Here's the valet parking entrance of the Fairmont Royal Hotel. Royal York Hotel, I should say. And so this is the east side of the Union Station, and I believe that this is the Bay, what they call the Bay Concourse. On the other side there's where what they call the York Concourse. And the sun is out in full force at the moment. Here's the south side of the RBC building. I think this is called the Royal Bank Plaza building, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that that is real gold that they have covering their windows. Here at Bay Street and Front Street, this area is considered to be within the financial district. Here's a look north on Bay Street. Here's a look south on Bay Street. There's a lot of traffic looking this way. Looks like there's a lot of people from a lot of different places visiting Toronto. Here's another bike share. There's a lot of bike share places laid out here as well. There's some skateboarders. Here's Meridian Hall. And Hockey Hall of Fame on the north side. We are here at Yonge Street. And we're now walking north on Yonge Street. Here's the entrance of the building of the Toronto Hockey Hall of Fame. It's a very finely detailed work. It's got a plaque on it. Let's see what the plaque says. It says Bank of Montreal, 1886. Architects are Darling and Curry, designated under the Ontario Heritage Act 1976 by Heritage Toronto. So that's definitely a heritage building. Another one of these traffic box murals that we have spotted. It looks like a face from far away, and it also looks like a face on the camera. But in person, it looks like just a bunch of circles of different colors and different outlines. That's pretty cool. There's Oliver and Bonacini, and it's a restaurant that I think it's pretty high end. We're now passing Wellington Street. There's a look east on Wellington Street. As you can see, they're doing a lot of construction work. There's a look west on Wellington Street. And on this side, I believe they're probably making a movie. Which is why they have all these trucks there and various kinds of equipment related to making movies. Toronto is a relatively popular destination for making movies. Here's the One King West Hotel and Residences. And across the street is a store called Walking on a Cloud. And so that's a shoe store. I find that idea very appealing. As someone who makes walking videos, to be walking on a cloud or walking on super comfortable shoes. I tend towards wearing New Balance shoes because they have a lot of support, which I find is very helpful for me. And here's another mural on a Toronto traffic control box.
I was like, okay, sounds good.
We're now here at King Street, and here's a look east on King Street. Here's a look west on King Street. This is the 504B streetcar that goes all the way from King Street to Broadview Station. There's the Adelaide Courtyard. And there's a Staples. And we're now approaching Adelaide Street. Here's an HSBC bank and a Popeye supplement store. I'm going to show you guys what this building looks like. It's a very unique design around the windows. Very interesting. Here's Dineen Coffee Co. This is Temperance Street. There's a look west on Temperance Street. And that leads to Bay Street. The patio is pretty busy here today at Dineen Coffee Co. They got French baguettes available daily, 11 a.m. Here's City Cannabis Co. And in Toronto, you'll find a lot of different cannabis stores have opened up all over the place. We're now here at Richmond Street. Here's a look east on Richmond Street. Here's a look west on Richmond Street. like there's a live performance up ahead. Here's the Elgin and Winter Garden Theaters. And we're about to pass Hendrix. And we've got some open windows here. People having burgers and fries and all kinds of stuff. Smells good.
Yes.
And there's the city sightseeing tour bus again. Wow, look, it's pretty packed today. It usually is pretty full at the top on a good day like this. Sometimes if you wave at the people, they might wave back. There we go, got some waves. And we got some waves. Hey, there's some friendly people. That's pretty cool. So we're now walking past Shooter Street. There's a look east on Shooter. Looks like they're doing some construction work there as well. There's a lot of work taking place in Toronto. And here's a store that seems to be opening up here called Hai Lao Hot Pot. See if I can zoom in. And there we go. Hai Lao Hot Pot. Looks like they've renovated the entire building. Wow. Looks like they put a lot of work into it. I'm very curious to learn more about it once it's completed and up and running. Here's another mural on a traffic box. This one's got some birds on it. Here's an entrance to the Toronto Eaton Centre. There's a van store, and they sell shoes. Here's Paramount Middle Eastern Kitchen. Downtown Jewelry Mart. Downtown Jewelry Mart is kind of like a store where it has like many different booths and vendors in there, offering various kinds of services, from repairing to selling and buying and stuff like this. Here's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child at the Ed Mirvish Theater. And we got some police cruisers here. Sometimes they'll be working with the security service in the Eaton Center. And so if you're ever at Dundas Square, and sometimes you see them park here and go inside. And here's Shoppers Drug Mart. And it's got its big LED screen on top. And we're now here at Dundas Square. And so this is the, or I should say one of the, but I would say the main starting point of the City Sightseeing Tour Toronto bus. And this is where people can buy tickets and hop on. Here's a look at some of the LED screens. Here's the entrance to the Eaton Center. Here's the Samsung store. It's a very big store, very cool. And here's the screen on top of Shoppers Drug Mart, which wraps around pretty much the entire roof of the building. And there's usually a pretty big lineup. Let me straighten my camera here. There's usually a pretty big lineup for the City Sightseeing Toronto bus. Tickets are about $60 and they include a boat tour. Here's some comics and DVDs for sale. Here's other kinds of jewelry items and various kinds of bags.
Free, sir, free. Have a good day. Assalamu alaikum.
Here's a free Quran stand. And here's another mural. Here's H&M. Need O kidney for wife. I hope he finds a donor for his wife. Dundas Square is pretty steady. And when I cross here, here's a look north on Dundas, or I should say Yonge Street. And here's a look south on Yonge Street. Center my camera. There we go.
Where are you going? Because you told us to make a right.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Right there.
If you like this video, please hit the like button.
I thought that was the subway.
For more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.